Verruckt, the freaky mental asylum, and most likely the hardest zombies map in World at War. Whether it's the doctor's chair, the perk jingles, or maybe even just the refreshing showers that we all enjoy so much, there's at least one iconic thing for everyone who's played Verruckt at some point. But most importantly, it is the second ever Call of Duty Zombies map, and on top of that, the first ever DLC map introduced to zombies. So, how does Verruckt hold up in 2024? Is it old, boring, and outdated? Or does it still hold up its ground? Well, let's find out. Hey everyone, welcome back to World at War. So last time, we played the very first map in World at War, which is Nacht der Untoten. This time, we're gonna go to our DLC 1 per se, and transition ourselves to the mental asylum, or in other words, a map going by the name Verruckt. It's kind of interesting because I didn't even know that it says Zombie Verruckt in the World at War names. Because I don't think it says that in like Black Ops 3 and in the other games that have Verruckt in there, right? Electroshock therapy. Chemically engineered beverages, hordes of undead Nazis. Find the power to unite and send them back to their graves.
Okay, let's see about getting the power back on.
Look at that. Even have a first voice line. We have our perks here, look at that, man. The original Juggernaut. The first ever to make an appearance as well. We've got our Gewehr and our Car 98K Wallbys. Oh, and here's the doctor's chair. Very one and the same. So if I'm not mistaken, if I come up to it and I press F, so there's this text that is basically power will reunite you, right? This is not only their first implementations of perks, but also power. And I find this really interesting because I don't think that we've ever had an interpretation of this after Verruckt, ever. Which is basically the fact that there are actually two spawn rooms. There's the one with M1 Grand over on that side, and there's this one. No, bitch! Fuck you, you deserve a Gewehr. So here's the thing. The reason there's two spawn rooms is because it was designed to be like a co-op mechanic. So, if you're not playing solo, you basically get split half and half with your co-op team. And one team spawns on that side, and one team spawns on my side, with the doctor's chair and all. And what you're actually supposed to do is both sides have like their own progression cycle to go through. So I gotta open up this couch and like go upstairs and keep going through there to the power, and they have to go around the other side to get to the power the same way. And only after we get to the power and lift the switch is when we get to actually reunite, which I think is unironically like one of the coolest mechanics in zombies. It just sucks that, you know, to actually see it, you do need to play it with someone, and good luck getting a squad on World at War. Not saying you can't do that, but realistically, most of us are probably gonna play this solo at this point, right? Also, due to like the safety reasons of World at War and stuff like that. There are people who, even through plutonium, they just don't want to risk it. And you know what? I completely understand. So let's go up. So if I'm not mistaken, up here is, yeah, double tap and MP40. I think these were actually showcased even in the trailer for Verruckt. Power must be activated for the trap. Which is also, I just realized, there's also traps here. It's kind of crazy how much they've implemented just for a single map. Like, I completely forgot about there being traps too. I'm kind of not really in the position to lollygag too much, because the more I hang out and talk, the more I risk getting absolutely slaughtered by the zombies. As cool as the map is, it's not the easiest one to do. Especially in World at War. So these are the creepy, old school, fucked up bathrooms. Here you can even wash yourself and get a cool visual effect. And here is the power. I'm gonna wait for just a bit longer. Because I just got my MP40 and I want to put it to good use. I'm not gonna lie, I think the MP40 is still my favorite weapon in World at War Zombies. It's just so stylish and like, it's just so iconic. I can't really help it. I've probably spent the most time playing with the MP40. It's a wall buy almost everywhere. Even in Black Ops 1, it like never leaves you. Maybe it's like Stockholm Syndrome at this point, because it's like everywhere. So much to a point where you're just like, alright, might as well just pick it up. I don't know. I just really like it, so still find it kind of ridiculous after playing hours of Cold War and Vanguard Zombies and even Modern Warfare, right? Is that the point system, the old school point system, man, I miss it so much. You can never get so many points and also have a gun and also have doors open, right? While being in round 5. Like, that is just unheard of in today's zombies, right? Turning on the power for the first time after what is literally years of me not playing Verruckt. Oh boy. Flashing lights warning, holy Jesus. Mystery box spin? Holy! My first one? Don't mind if I do. Now here's the thing, I need to survive long enough to actually make it over to Juggernog. And then I feel more safe about my actions. Juggernog? Oh yeah. Dude, the old school jingle, the old school bottles instead of cans, like... I don't think the feeling of the old Coca-Colas will never be completely replaced. I love the new cans, don't get me wrong, but it just has, like, its own distinct personality. Or maybe it's just bias, because, like, you know, you gotta keep in mind, that is the stuff I grew up on, right? But anyway, so now that the power's open, the door has actually fallen down, so we can actually go through to the other part of spawn. And as you can see, there's a completely new area here. Oh, hello boys. So this is where you spawn in on the other side, and there's actually like a secret door. There's a door that lets you buy bar for like 4,000 points or something. It's a pretty good weapon that you can buy from a wall buy. It's actually pretty interesting. And you've got an M1 Garand here. But I'm not actually going to progress through that side, because I want to play another game. And in the other game, I'm going to spawn in this room and show you what it feels like to actually progress from round 1. It's kind of interesting how Treyarch has managed to make a map that is very freaky and like unsettling, like scary in nature, right? It's like this freaky asylum, disgusting abandoned place while there's zombies with glowing eyes screaming like crazy chasing after you. And they managed to make this and create this really cool atmosphere in daytime. Like, this might be like, what is this? This look like dawn or maybe like early morning? But even then, like, the sun is out, you know? It's daytime. Sun is just shining on all fronts. And still, it's like so unsettling to be here. I think it's similar to Nacht and Toten. It's just because you're sort of just isolated, right? You're just locked away in this building, and you just can't really leave. I almost wish that this would be the kind of thing they would have tried to do with Cold War. But with Cold War, it seems like it was all just like abandoned research facilities, and looking back at it in retrospect, it does kind of feel, you know, it looks very outdated. Like, I don't know if it's just me, I don't know if it's just like how I feel about it, but looking at Cold War now, like a few years later, it looks like the most outdated Call of Duty Zombies game to me. Like, graphically, thematically, I don't know, am I the only one? Let me know. Let me know if you feel the same way, or at least a similar way. I just look at Cold War and I feel like it's aged like 10 years since it came out. But you look at Black Ops 3 and just like the way the game looks, And it still looks beautiful, and it still looks very captivating. So I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. You know what, let's do the trap. Just gotta do it. Oh no. No! No! I feel like I'm not really good at this game. Anyway, let's try and get the other spawn. Alright, game 2, ladies and gentlemen. This time, we're actually starting from the quick revive location and not the Juggernaut one. So we're gonna have access to our bar weapon wall buy right there. And we have access to M1 Garand for, wait, what? It's for 600 points. Huh. Oh yeah, and a Springfield. I like how they try to like at least give you some reason to buy the weapon because it's 200 points. Oh, dude, even then it's not worth it. Even then it's a scam. I'm sorry about that. Are there any like similar Easter eggs to the doctor's chair on this side of the map? I just woke up, okay? I don't want to hear nothing. I'm trying to think like which part of the spawn room is actually better. And I really couldn't decide. I really couldn't tell you. I think overall, it's probably the Juggernaut room, right? You cannot really get to Juggernaut until you do open the power, right? And I think the M1 Garand is really not that bad of a starting weapon. Plus you have a bar on this side. And when the door opens, you have a free access to Juggernaut. No more doors to open for you. I think this side is actually way better than the other. Then again, you do not have the doctor's chair, so you do have to take away points for that, right? Alright, so let's buy M1 Garand. You know what I gotta do, right? You know what I gotta do. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Prepare your ears for the best sound in the world. Oh! Oh, this makes me feel... Lechenschauhaus. The most normal sounding German word ever. Oh, you know, someone's dying on the floor. Oh shit, that's great. Let's call the ambulance. No. Let's not call the ambulance. Let's call the Krankenwagen. Who the fuck even has time to say that shit when it's like an emergency, you know? Or like you see something and you know, it's like, what is this? Like flying around me, like it's just very beautiful, you know? I'm out in the nature and there's this like very bright creature flying around me. What is this? Oh, it's a butterfly. Oh, that's so beautiful. It's got such a cute name. No, it's not a butterfly. It's a Schmetterling. At least I think so. But anyway, like, who the fuck says Schmetterling and like thinks it's like cute? You know what I mean? Someone says Schmetterling, and I think like the next fucking iteration of like, you know, of like a tiger tank. Or some shit. I hope it doesn't come as offensive to Germans, but... Oh. Well, since I don't have access to showers this time around, I gotta use the sewage pipes. Beggars can be choosers, but I'm gonna take it either way. Free shower is a free shower. And I think if no one else, Asmongold would agree. It's all about stacking your earthen shield. And then popping off all your stacks with a natural shower. The true gamer way. Okay, another reason why I think this side of the spawn is better is this room right here. That you get right past the spawn room. This is probably the training area. Yeah, this actually gives you a lot of space to work with, which is good. No, don't kill me. Woohoo! Okay. I need to remember that the zombies in World at War are kind of freaky. And you get a Thompson, right? Like, this is definitely the best spot. Yeah, if you spawn on the M1 Garand side, I think... Listen, I don't want to start another discussion, but... Or another debate, but I think I'm gonna be the M1 Garand spawn gang. Yeah. Open up the last door, I think, and then I need to buy Jug. Then I feel a bit more comfortable around roaming Verruckt, as it is, in its very Verruckt state. I wonder how it's even pronounced, because there's like that weird U symbol that Germans sometimes use. And I think it sometimes means that you have to pronounce it as like E or I or something like that. But I don't think you would be saying Verruckt, right? Or maybe you would be. Does kind of sound German when I say Verruckt. But there's also something that just sounds completely wrong about that. Maybe it's the fact that I've just heard Verruckt for so long. By this time, I don't even have to spend extra points to open up the rest of the map and get access straight to Speed Cola. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I've missed. So we did the Doctor's Chair Easter egg. We opened up the power, got some perks, got the PPSH out of the box. Oh! So I'm gonna do one more run, and that's just to use the power traps, because that's the last thing I haven't done. I actually checked the wiki and made sure that there's not like an Easter egg song or something that I missed. It seems like they added a bunch of stuff in Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 1, but not in World at War. So what we saw is actually basically everything that's there for Verruckt. I did, however, learn one thing from the wiki, and that is something that I completely forgot. It's something that you don't really pay attention to either way, because like mostly when I play, at least personally, I am solo. So it's not like I can even see it, but while there are no named characters in World at War, at least from what I understand, you just play as some random soldier here in Verruckt. There is Dempsey that you can actually play. So one of the 4 playable characters is actually Dempsey. And I don't know if it's just that they rehashed like his model from campaign and didn't really think about it back then. It's probably what happened. But when it comes to the original Ultimus crew, that makes Dempsey the first ever character to be introduced as a part of zombies. I don't care. Here's your fucking trap. Shut up. Don't talk to me. And fuck you.